Hey, this is your boy Bob TV, Freedom on Fire, Home Edition. How you doing today? I want to talk about some events some areas that I do support, but I think there's some hindrances to some of these initiatives that's happening on the progressive end because the progressive base in the Democratic Party is so small. The Democratic leadership that we currently have right now will always undermine it. In order for them to show, in order for them to kind of back off the progressives and start taking them for a joke and stop screwing them and stabbing them in the back and slapping them upside the head and press down on them and, excuse my language, piss on them and crap on them, they got to see that there is a strength that they're not seeing. See, the progressive base is so small in the Democratic Party that, hey, it's just like seeing some little small dude, man. This is man. He talking about beating me. He want to try to change my life and change what, man. Yo, this little dude, I'll knock that little dude out. Not knowing the little dude, if you keep pushing him and keep pushing him, he gonna push back and he might hit you in places where short people are good at hitting you at. And that's the position that Bernie Sanders in. He's the little short guy right now that he's like eyeballs to eyeballs to their gonads. And if he wanted to, he can just punch them right square in the kahunas or kahunas. But he won't do it because he's too nice of a guy. And he have a better plan to take over the party. Now, just because Bernie Sanders have the plan to take over the party, do that mean the plan will work? Well, I'm believing that it will. Will I support it? No. I have something that I'm doing on the other side. There are people going to support that. Progressive in the Democratic Party, I support you in supporting that. I'm an independent. I only went Democrats to vote for Bernie. I never intended to stay. I only did it to vote. And the problem is, Bernie had the power to bring in the Democrat people into the Democratic Party had they treated them with respect and honor and assume that they have some level of power and speaking voice, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing. This is one thing that would never happen in the Republican Party. The Republican Party has things like coalitions, and they have PACs, and they listen to that coalition and PAC. They would never undermine and spit in the face and trample on those things because they know they are a very vital part of the Republican Party. And just with one ship, one nomination, somebody can get a boost into getting where they need to go politically because of these PACs and these coalitions. Now, we have several PACs and coalitions going on. The first PAC is I want to talk about is Justice Democrats. Now, I gave you my review on the Justice Democrats, and it's pretty decent. I do not mind. And if Bernie Sanders believes he can transform the party from the inside, knowing that party hates his guts, they're just underlining using his popularity. Do I believe he knows that? I believe he knows that. I think for some reason he's using them too. I just don't get it. And I'm trying to figure out how is he using them. There, to me, I'm seeing more of people like Nancy Pelosi, Cory Booker, and all the so-called leading Democrats right now. I'm seeing them pimping Bernie's popularity. I don't appreciate it and I don't like it. And they're trying to do the same thing with Keith Ellison with this appointment to deputy chair, a fake position that he has no power. What it is, deputy chair's job is to try to mobilize people outside the party and get them to come into the party under Democratic current rules. And no, they're not going to do that. See, there's a lot of reasons why we will never go to the Democratic Party. Number one, they eat their very own. They screwed and stabbed in the back Bernie Sanders, their very own. Well, he's an independent. Yeah, but he caucuses with the Democratic. He's only independent because of where he lives at. That's the only thing that makes him an independent. If he had any choice, he would be a Democrat. You look at how he votes, how he thinks, how he talks. It's pretty much the old school Democratic way, FDR Democratic way. So I let them handle that. I'm not going to be a part of it. I don't have to be a part of that. And I'm going to get to that point in a moment. You don't have to be a part of that. I'll let them handle that. Now, if you feel you want to be a part of that, join it. If you are a Democrat again, you're fighting for the saving of the Democratic Party or the overturning or the revamping or the renovating of the Democratic Party, that's fine. Go for it. I pray for you. I support you. I'm not going to physically be a part of that party as a support mechanism. I don't want to have nothing to do with that party. I don't want to have nothing to do with parties at all. Because to me, all parties do is they have an agenda. They have a person they want to run on that agenda. And that's that. Same thing with any other party. So I'm not a party person. I'm an independent. I'm not even part of an independent party and don't want to be part of a party. Because parties are more of a clique. It's more of a type of gang. It's more of a cult or a congregation of people, and I don't want to be part of cults. I don't mind congregating around the right cause, but that don't mean I can join. I'm gonna join your church. I can visit, and I should be able to visit as many times I want without you telling me I gotta join it. So why, just because I decide I want to vote Democrat, you tell me I have to join the Democrats to vote Democrat? Now let me get off that. So now the second one I want to talk about is Our Revolution. Now I am impressed. Recently, Our Revolution have endorsed Green Party candidates and things like that for office. They're open to endorse progressives outside the base. My problem still with them is if they need to, they can have a board meeting and still accept corporate donations or high dollar donations. I don't think that's good. But hey, that's Our Revolution. I'm not part of Revolution. So do what you need to do, Our Revolution, to try to get progressives, real true progressives in the party. Go for it. Bernie Sanders, you reforming the Democratic Party? Go for it. I'm not going to tell you it can't happen. I don't see how it can happen. But then again, I don't, I'm not infallible. So I don't know the end results of things, and I often missed it a lot. The next one I want to talk about is Justice Democrat Kyle Kalinske and Cenk Uygur. First of all, the name Democrats turned the rest of the progressive off because, like I said, they don't want to be part of the Democratic Party. Had they call it Justice Voters or Justice Progressive, it'd have been a different story because it takes you away from party mechanisms. Right now, I think that's one of the reasons why it's killing them from becoming as big as they could be. They're growing, but it could be vastly bigger if they didn't focus on the Democratic Party. Now, just like Our Revolution, Justice Democrat is not strictly going to push people to run in the Democratic Party. They want to. They will have some. They want to put people in office that's progressives. Their main goal is to get rid of corporate Democrats and replace them with progressive Democrats. So they're going to try to run those type of Democrats. Now, my thing is, if there's other factions that's trying to do the similar thing, same thing, the vote is going to continue to be split. This is just as bad, if not worse, than progressives and Green and Rent Too Damn High and all that. Those parties trying to fight a Democrat to go against Trump. So, like I said, the pros and cons in that. Which brings me to Nick Branna and then New Congress Initiative and Nick Branna, people drafting Bernie for a People's Party, Progressive Party. Good idea, but what if Bernie don't go? You can't force a man to do what his heart don't want to do. There's a quote that said, "To convince a person above his will is still of the opinion. To convince a person above his will is of the same opinion still." You can convince him to come, but he's still going to believe that the Democratic Party need to be revamped, that we shouldn't cast off and kill it off. And I believe that. I believe there should be progressives everywhere. Democratic. That's why I say if you guys can do it, go for it. I support you, but I'm not going to be physically involved in that, and my money is not going to be involved with that. Now, which brings me to this. I think the things that are hurting all these factions of progressives is the fact that they're still party driven. Even though they may not be totally 100% for Democrats, they're still party driven. What I believe every last one of these people need to go to the Progressive Coalition The Progressive People's Coalition website, Progressive People Coalition um, YouTube channel, and get to understand what they're doing too. It complements each and every one of those parties. Now, right after the election, I said we got to have a progressive coalition. But I said I don't want to be the one to start that because I got so much other things that I'm doing, and I don't know how to do that. So, the Progressive Voice ended up. I don't know if they took my idea or they already had that idea. Who cares? They end up talking about voting blocks. They end up talking about a coalition. See, if we can get our revolution, if we can get Justice Democrat, if we can get Draft Bernie, if we can get new Congress, if we can get 540, if we can get the Green Party, any other progressive party to come together and talk progressive leading as a block versus my party taking the lead. Because as long as join the Justice Democrat, join the Green Party, we're going to have these divisions. And we can't force everybody to join your party. And we can't get mad because somebody won't join your party. And we can't look down on each other. What we have to do is come together. We need to take off our party hats and become the biggest voting bloc ever in history. And once the corporate Democrats, once the Republicans see that the progressives are united against the leftists and the corporate Democrats and the corporate Republicans and the centric Republicans and the alt-right Republicans, once they see we outnumber them all and our muscles is way bigger than them and this is beyond a freaking party, this is a real movement, maybe Bernie Sanders will get in and lead. Maybe, I mean, we're going to get somebody to lead these initiatives because they're going to see how big we are and they're going to want to roll with us. They're going to see how we're going to be able to have the numbers to give them the finances they need to run for office. They're going to see that our platform, which is pretty much similar to theirs, is going to be, I mean, it's not like they have to draft a new platform because most of our platform is going to go with most of the base. Most of the progressive base without a party hat has more strength in numbers. There's a real army to push back against those who talking about, like Joe Manchin, challenge me. Oh, Doc, we gonna challenge you. Look how big we are. All of us, 10, 15, 20 millions, are gonna push to get you out. When they see how big we are in their area, outside of party, when we take off these parties, it has to say, as a voter, we don't like you, Joe Manchin. Your head is up your behind. Your head is too big. And it's time you want to challenge us to get you out. These are the many people have petitioned already to vote you out. And if he see those numbers, he will shake in his boots and either change his ways or we'll vote him out. And that's how it has to be with every freaking politician. Do you realize we are the Progressive Coalition? It includes Justice Democratic. It includes Our Revolution. It includes Draft Bernie. It includes the New Congress, the 540, whoever, the Green Party, the Rent Too Damn High Party, the Progressive Party. It includes the U.S. Progressive Alliance. It includes all of us. All of us decided to come together to in your town. All the progressives that are part of our initiative in your town, which is about 4 million strong, have made the decision to vote you out since you asked for it. That is power. That is power. It is bigger than voting. I mean, it is bigger than party. When you get outside of the party and trying to uplift the party and trying to change the party, I mean, I understand Bernie, his goal is to change the Democratic Party and Justice Democrat is to help him do that. I'm saying forget changing the party and focus on changing the world, changing the entire United States. The best way to change the direction of this country is when we all come together outside of party hats, join forces, and let every politician know that this is our vision for America. I don't care about your vision for America. Our version of America. This is our vision for America. And if you're not going to run on it, every last one of us has already petitioned to commit to get you out of office. And every last one of them are working to primary you with somebody who will follow this order or follow this platform. And we will put them in office over you. And we've made a petition to do that. Once they see the numbers, and strength is in numbers, that's when you're going to start shaking them in their boots. And that's when they're going to start bowing down to you, the people. Again, I'm Bob TV. Freedom on Fire from home. Peace.